Wouldn't it be interesting if everything just blew up? Alright, let's see. Yep, that's one. And where the fuck are you, goddammit? Damn my eyes! Fuck me! Oh boy, okay, so this is a great start already for a day. I blind myself. Now I am supposed to build a PC. Well then, right, before we start, I suppose it'd be prudent to explain what is happening, as my usual content doesn't really involve, well, this, basically. So, a couple of weeks ago, my little channel reached 50,000 subscribers, and for a special occasion, I decided, well, I need a new PC, and what a greater way to celebrate it is with a build, right? And a special sort of a celebrative thing, I suppose.
In this video you will notice several amazing things about TheYamiks. Mostly the fact that he knows as much about filmography, set design, lighting and audio as he does about treating an internally exploded liver. Oh, and the shot framing too is a thing that will chalk up to general incompetence of the first time film project. And totally not because of some other reasons. Nope.
I'm doing my best, damn it, you know. Oh, and there is also another important little thing that needs to be mentioned. All of this is not sponsored by any company or anyone else, aside from the lovely patrons over at patreon.com. The wonderful folks that have helped over time, and, oh, right, I also should probably mention the wonderful stream supporters and, well, viewers and, well, everyone else who watches my content. Okay, so as we start the build, or before we start the build, I heard we need some tools. No, you know what? I got a better idea. Alright, so I need something to hit things with, so a hammer will do. Yes, a hammer. I learned from the best. Remember, folks, I learned from the best. Speaking of which, that means I need also a screwdriver, which is very important. So, I got the screwdriver. Next. I can't take this seriously. I'll probably eat this later. No, I definitely will eat this later, but not now. Right. Let's get serious, okay? So, yeah. So first things first, the screwdriver kit. The little things and bobs and knobs and whatnot else. Well, there will be two things that I need to test first. So CPU, motherboard and the power supply, which, well, might as well pick up and see what we got, right? So first things first, for motherboard, I got the MSI's Creation. Now, those that know motherboards probably know what's following. We've got a Threadripper, yes. I've chosen to go with Threadripper, and you might say, oh, you're a little content creator, what the fuck do you need Threadripper for? And, well, 2950X at that. To explain it, I guess I should use a voiceover or whatnot else, so I'll do that later. And as for power supply, well, quite obviously I'll need something quite powerful. Probably, oh, there we go. So that'll be the Corsair's AX1600i series.
As for RAM, I picked up G.skill's Trident Z RGB RAM sticks. 8 of them, amounting to 128 gigabytes.
Yeah, well, you might really say that now this is just overkill completely. And that's right! It is! So, and as for the cooling, well, you know, Threadripper is quite toasty, let's just say so. So it requires a little bit of cooling in general. So for cooling, I will have the NZXTs. Kraken. Right, then let's take a little lesson in how not to do things. Now, of course, you can equip any cooler you want, sort of, on Threadripper. With the help of this thing, when it comes down to water coolers. At least the more new ones. The problem is, if you ever need to use this that comes in package, well, with Threadripper, just don't, please, don't. The problem is it just can't soak up enough heat. It will dissipate the heat, but it can't soak it up. So better use something like Noctua's cooler or the Threadripper. I'll shove it in the case. And speaking of the case, oh boy. Okay, give me a second. There we go. Right, it doesn't even fit the frame. Well then, right, so let's get on with it. Well, obviously first is the motherboard. There we go. So, as per usual, just open application, all the things.
So then, now that I got the time to ramble a little, here's why I chose what I chose. First, the Threadripper. See, I was looking for a rather powerful CPU, as over time my workflow has increased in the CPU performance department, and with the existing gear I had, rendering a 1080p 60fps video took more than twice the length of the video itself, with GPU acceleration. Plus I would not be able to perform anything but the lightest of the web browsing tasks. In the meantime, the timeline performance too was abysmal and so on, but getting Threadripper was not only for rendering, streaming and other smaller tasks were too of concern for my choice, and yes, while my main focus is gaming and probably I would benefit more from Intel CPUs due to their higher performance per core, there's always the price. Plus AMD has done a lot for the industry and I respect that, and in time if I decide to retire the rig I could still use it as a render server or NAS or something like that. As for the RAM, well basically it's Photoshop meets Sony Vegas meets other garbage that I use plus whatever comes in the future. Now the cooler though, well yeah, okay, I know about Lichtech from Enermax, but its reputation is not stellar one for the first generation one, and I am still on the fence about the second gen. So I figured I could attempt custom water cooling one day instead maybe. But for now, Noctua, thank you. And the power supply? Well, simple. I do want to overclock, plus the thing runs fanless on low loads, so that's a bonus. Besides, Corsair makes amazing stuff. I mean, come on, after 4 or 5 years, I'm still running H60 in my main rig. Oh, and as for the motherboard, since it is the second gen Threadripper platform, it has less issues with the RAM and cooling, but the BIOS, ye gods MSI, why? Just why? Okay, maybe I'm just too used to Ace's design, but still, to put it very kindly, it just needs work. As for the case, okay, so I do like it, well, mostly, but be quiet. Why do you feel the need to screw things so tight? And better yet, use the most annoying screws that require precisely exact screwdriver heads. Seriously, if you get the same case as I did, make sure to think like a German and have the exact tools for the thing. If you don't want to either fuck up the screw's head or your tools. I shit you not, I went through more than a half a dozen screwdriver heads before I found the one that could actually do the job. Also, the front panel intake with door closed is insufficient, and the same goes with the top exhaust ports. Seriously, what were you thinking? And yes, the case otherwise is very customizable, but it has so many little nitpicks before a full recommendation.
Anyways, now on to the graphics card. Give me a second. You'd think that for such a grandiose build, you'd buy the best graphics card there is, right? Well, kinda yes, that is true. At least that's what I attempted to do. Instead of the greatest graphics card ever, I'm gonna pick up a magnificent graphics card that, well, fills the role of being badass as motherfucking hell. I can tell you and promise that much. So what I have from my stream PC from back in 2013? 14? This. So what this is a Radeon HD 6970 Direct CU version from Asus. What's so special about this card is it's a triple slot. Oh yes! This is a complete monster. Absolutely underpowered, and this will be completely ruining this system until I get a proper graphics card, but regardless. Right, so. And now I just need to put this fucking thing together in that case. God's help me. Come out! TheYamiks struggles with the package again. Oh, there's even a manual, huh? Alright. And put it on the... Ah, fuck me! On the bright side, it doesn't have any glass windows, I think. That is a glass window, damn it! The build is done. After 3, or was it 4 days? It's done. It's finally done. I do have this. Yes, that's gonna be put in. Right, well, after installing the LED strips, I might as well, let's see what it looks like.
And also I got this. Right, kind of forgot about that.
Alright, so the cable management is what it is. I mean, I did my best, but unfortunately, the motherboard... uno momento. Right. Unfortunately, right there. Come on, focus. There's the rubber thingamajig going for the backside, and most of the motherboard is covering it. So I had to use the hard drive cage. But that's another story. Now, turn on!
And that's the build. I really gotta say that I enjoyed building this one. I always have enjoyed building PCs in general. And not to leave you completely clueless, here's the performance in a couple of benchmarks from this thing. But overall, I gotta say, for 50,000 subscribers, this sort of a special, let's just say, was quite educational. Never really held a proper camera in my life, and yet here we are. And of course, there are plenty of things that I would have changed if I could, but well, hey, first time, first try. So my PC master race and peasantry brothers and sisters, let me know what you think of the video. I do want to make more because, well, building PCs is quite fun for me to do, even though this is literally the 3rd PC that I've ever built, or just a little bit of variety in my content. Either which one works, cause, you know, variety is the spice of life.
What? What? What is... What is this? One fucking screw in a whole bag. Hold on, look. My god, there's even more. It's like the bag of holding. Oh my god. Oh my god. What is this? Why? Just to showcase what I found. So literally, there's one screw in every single... damn it, it's not focusing. Focus, damn it. There we go. Right? It's just a bag with one screw in it. Very tiny one screw. MSI, what the fuck? Now the big question is, how the fuck do you get this thing out? No, it's not budging. Wait, what? How are you supposed to get the fucking thing out? I mean, it is a nice... Remember, folks, this is very important in any motherboard. Without this, there is no warranty. Understand? So don't throw it away, you stupid fuck. Okay, so I unpackaged my RTX, yes, RTX 2080 Ti, and Inno3D. I like the touch. Give me a sec. Let it focus. Let me read. This product is not designed for crypto mining. We reserve the right to void the warranty if any damage is associated with this application. I mean, this is how bad the fucking crypto mining has been. You know, it's interesting that people tend to ask, how do I look? Do I even have a face? And I answer, well, no, I don't kind of have the face, but, you know, just for the sake of today, I suppose. Say hello to me! Oh! Am I in the shot? Am I? It's kind of hard to see out of this thing. Oh, well.